G'day mates, Pathfinder Pete here, and we've got a great month ahead of us as we dive into all kinds of Bible stories to have us learn about this virtue of courage. Now courage is being brave enough to do what you should do even when you're afraid. And this week, our Bible story is about a fellow who is in all kinds of situations where he needed to be brave and show courage. You might have already guessed what it is from my fancy coat that I'm wearing here. Let's jump over and find the Bibles right now. Right mates, so the reason I was wearing that fancy coat was because we're going to be talking today about a fellow named Joseph. Now Joseph's dad gave him a really colourful cloak and his brothers, well, they were a little jealous about it. As a result, he got into all kinds of situations where he needed to show some extra courage. So we find Joseph's story in the book of Genesis. So the Genesis is the very first book of the Bible, remember? So we're going to be right towards the beginning of your Bibles. You mates ready to find it? Here we go, we're going to find Genesis. Right, the book of Genesis. Now Joseph's story starts in chapter 30 of the book of Genesis. Remember the chapter numbers are the big numbers on your page. So we're going to look for Genesis chapter 30. You mates ready? Here we go. Genesis 30, right there. And you mates can stick your finger right on verse 1 of Genesis chapter 30, because that's where we're going to start our story today. Everyone have it? Great, mates. Well, I'll see you next week. And remember, be courageous.